All right. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's noon. It's time. It's time to move. And we are actually going to do that today. Not that we usually don't, but we're going to kind of jump right in to a pretty movement-based practice. Remember always that the amount of moving and the way that you move is 100% up to you. The best possible way to engage with your yoga practice is to do so from a place of honesty. So really, truly listen to what your body needs and don't feel like you have to live out some other agenda on your mat, because you don't have to. There's no expectation from me. I mean, even more so these days, there's nobody but you, right? So you can kind of do your own thing, and I'd never know anyway, so that's liberating. But for your own sake, sorry, I forgot the radio was on. Hopefully Instagram doesn't shut me down for the music in the background for a second, but just keep that in mind, that modifications and variations are always welcome, and that's all part of learning about your yoga practice and learning about your body, is that those things are going to change as time goes on, and so therefore no need to get hung up on anything. This is how we work on the non-attachment part of our practice too. Just let it be what it is. I will give you some modifications to try every now and again, but if something seems like it's working good for you, just do it the way that your body wants to do it. And aside from that, try to enjoy yourself. It's not meant to be a torture chamber. It's supposed to feel good, so we'll do our best. I'm going to keep you guys right about 40 minutes today, so I have another engagement I have to run off to as well, so I will hold myself to that as best I can. And let's get started back in child's pose. I'm going to let you guys settle in. I'm going to grab my little timer so I can actually see what time it is. And then away we go. Give yourself a few breaths here in these first few precious moments of your practice to really just sink in, settle in. I say it every time, and I mean it every time. These few moments are absolutely crucial. To really making not just the physical effort to get present, but the mental effort, the energetic effort. Just draw yourself to the here and now in every possible way that you can. Give your mind permission to let go of all those thoughts just bouncing around in there. Doesn't have to be forever, just for now. And then when you feel a little shift of intention and energy start to move in a new direction, and you'll know what I mean. It'll just seem like that it's okay to let your guard down a little bit. You'll finally understand that you're here right now on your mat. You did everything it took to get here, so be here. Don't cheat yourself out of the experience by separating your attention or your focus elsewhere. Just undivided attention to this moment, and the easiest way to keep yourself focused on the present is to focus on your breath. It's no big coincidence or mystery as to why yoga is so centered on the breathing, because it is the one natural metronome in life, right? It's the one thing that is always keeping time in the present. This inhale, never going to happen again. Not that one. The next one will. Right? But you can't go forward and you can't go back. You have to stay with the breath that you're breathing. And so this is why we focus so intensely on the breath in any style of yoga. And that goes for meditation as well. It is the basis and the foundation of everything we do. So make sure you've got a good foundation laid for your practice here. A smooth, steady breath that's going to work for you. Something that's maintainable and attainable. And when you're ready, come on up. Rising out of child's pose, we'll find our way just into some sort of tabletop position, hands and knees, all fours. You're going to feel a little bit different in everybody's body. And so respond to that with some movements and shapes that feel good to you. I'm going to do some cats and cows. I know everybody gets a little sick of the old cat and cow, right? I've been there. I've been in that spot where I'm like, if I go to one more yoga class and we start with cat and cow, I'm going to lose it. But there's a reason that it shows up a lot, and it's because the spinal flexion, this forward and backward movement of the spine, is not something we do very often, and so therefore it feels really good, and it helps us loosen things up. And it also helps connect you to your breath along with the movement pretty easily. You can really feel how it makes sense to inhale when you're opening up and stretching through the front of the body, and same thing when you're contracting, folding, twisting, making your body smaller. It makes sense to do it on the exhale, right? Good. So just organize your breathing along with your movement. And then if you want to start in some hip circles, shoulder circles, anything else you want to do, freestyle beginning today. We'll take about another 5 full cycles. Fill all the way up, empty all the way out. Take some time to roll out the neck, the shoulders. These are not the kind of movements that I can instruct you on. You just kind of have to feel them out, right? This is just simple, intuitive shapes and movement. And then eventually we'll get ourselves into our first down dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, stretch down through the heels. Pedaling through your feet as much as you need to, or maybe just a little swivel through the heels, the hips. Mindfully press down through all of your fingers and the spaces between them, including the thumbs. Same thing with the toes. After you've had a full cycle of breath and a real connection to the earth in this posture, then we'll move on. Take a look forward. Slowly walk your feet up behind your hands. You pick your favorite fold here at the top. Soften through the upper body. Keep the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, cheekbones, the forehead relaxed. There's no need to tense up here. As much of a bend in your knees as you'd like. All right. And we're going to do a completely different style of warm-up today. This is kind of a strange variation I learned a long time ago of Chandra Namaskara, of the moon salute. There are all different kinds of moon salutations, like hundreds of variations really, because it's based in creativity. So of course there's always going to be new things happening, right? Whereas sun salutations, we really just have like one kind of basic sun salute. The sun is shining today, so we will get at least one salute into the sun. But let's start with a variation of Chandra Namaskara. And it's actually going to start here in this forward fold. But do me a favor and take a little step back from the top of your mat so that you're almost a little closer to the middle of the mat here, all right? And you'll see why in a second. And then inhale, roll, stack, rise, come on up. Bring the shoulders back and down. If you feel like you want to take your neck around once more, feel free. Shake it out. And then hands to your heart. Samastitihi. Just a moment or two to find that same steady breathing. Go back and clear out a little space in the mind. Appreciate the stillness in your body and root down through your toes, lift through the crown of your head. If you have a special intention, dedication, or maybe just a simple gratitude you want to offer up at the start of your practice, feel free. I'm going to do an Om because it feels like it just wants to happen. So you can join me if you want. And then hands at your side. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take a deep breath in, circle the arms all the way up and over. I'm going to make a slight modification. As always, I'm working around this dumbass chandelier over my head. Perfectly placed exactly where my yoga mat goes. Hands through heart center. And exhale, fold down to the ground. I shouldn't say it's dumbass. It's beautiful. It's just COVID life, man. Inhale to your fingertips. Here's why we're back a little bit, because on the exhale, we're going to drop the knees all the way down in front of us. Keep the toes tucked. Sit back on your heels and inhale the arms up again. Exhale, hands through your heart. Now rise up, heart center, to meet the thumbs and do a little back bend without your hands. So I've still got my toes tucked. This is different than camel pose, right? I'm not on the tops of my feet. Toes are tucked, hands are at the heart, and I'm just going to lean back a little bit and lift the heart. So it's not quite as big of a back bend. Good. Toes are still tucked under, and then release. Now I'll flip those toes out from underneath, and as you sit down, back onto your hips, heels underneath, reach to one side. It doesn't matter which way you go. You'll get them both. Take it one way and then the other. Side body stretch. Look up and underneath that arm if you want more. And hands around behind your back. Lock your fingers together. Open up your chest here. Full breath in. Put your belly on your thighs. Your forehead on the ground. If your forehead comes off the mat, who cares? Just do your best. You can lift your hips and roll toward the crown of your head if you'd like, as long as that doesn't bring any unwanted or unneeded tension in your neck. That's version of rabbit pose, Shavasana. And then release. As you inhale, come up, plant your hands, and on the exhale, you take a little step, walk, or just walk back. Hop back into a downward facing dog shape. So it's different. And from your down dog, gaze forward, right foot steps through. Inhale, make a little lunge or a big lunge. Might keep the first one a little closer to the ground. Exhale, hands relax. Gaze forward. Take it to the top of the mat, feet side by side. Now we'll put a little sun salutation in between each round of the moon salute. So up to the top on your inhale, dive right back down on the exhale. Half lift and lengthen. This one's a full sun salutation. So we'll go back, high to low, Chaturanga, up dog or cobra, pull the heart through. Back to downward facing dog. Big breath out. Good. Walk your feet to about the middle of your mat, or you can hop them there, and on your inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Let's do it. Up to the top. Palms come together. It won't seem so awkward once you get the hang of it. Hands dive back through the heart, and down you go. Inhale to the fingertips. Drop the knees, keep the toes tucked. Sit back, little toe crunch there. Good. Arms reach up and overhead again. Hands to heart center, lift up. Exhale into your back bend. Toes are still tucked. And release. Now untuck and sit down. Good. Reach to one side. Then the other. So it's just a lateral extension from hero or from virasana. And then the hands bind. Open up the chest here. Belly to the thighs, forehead or crown of the head onto the ground. Lift the hips as much as you'd like. And release. As you come up, you plant the hands. Now you can see, I'll give you a little bit better. It's fun to practice jumping off your knees, right? So just, if you want to sneak a salutation in or a half vinyasa, you can, or just jump the feet back to down dog. Take a look forward. Let's step the left foot through. Inhale, high lunge. Bring it all the way up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale. Hands come down. Step to the top and fold. Go through one more time with me. Each side will take it up. Full sun salute between. Surya Namaskara. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana fold. Lengthen to lift. Breathe in. You got it now. Step, walk it, or hop it back. If you don't like these, you can skip them. You know, just right to down dog or maybe a plank instead. Back to downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. Walk the feet to the middle of the mat and stop. Exhale, relax. Inhale, rise. Up to stand. Now maybe you just want to grab your hips and take that little supported back bend at the top. That's fine. Giving you some more options here. Diving back down. We'll fold. Inhale to lengthen. Lift off your heels, set your knees down. Exhale, sit back into your toe crunch. Good. Arms come up and over. Little bit deeper side body stretching option now would be to catch an elbow instead of just leaning to the side. Keeping yourself upright a tad more here, you're going to get more of that toe crunching effect. Should start to feel pretty warm. We're not looking for painful, but it is oftentimes intense. Remember that you store an incredible amount of toxin in not just your feet, but the knuckles of your toes, your hands, all these little places in the body where things just get kind of gunked up. So toe crunching, fantastic detoxifier. Hands around behind. Good. Now you can come off those toes and take your dive forward, or you can go back up to camel pose, keep the hands bound, do a second back bend. Makes no difference to me. Good. As you release, hands to the mat, step it, hop it, jump it to down dog, or I showed you how to half vinyasa, so you can always do that. Right foot steps through, find the lunge, inhale, arms come up. Listen close. Exhale, sweep your hands back, lean forward with me. I'm going to teach you the flow that we're going to get through here 3 times after this today. Told you it was going to be action-packed. Drop your back heel, and on your next inhale, open up, find your warrior 2. You're going to go a little bit deeper into the hips. Sink in, good. Nothing's going to change below the waist. Strong warrior legs. Add on, side angle pose, reach all the way out, up and over. Give it a breath or 2. Nice strong side angle. Inhale, come all the way up, back to reverse triangle. Straight arms, straight legs, reaching back into that Viparita position. Right side of the body should get really long. Exhale, back through your side angle and take it to half moon. All right? So if you don't feel warmed up enough to go right into half moon, ease into it slowly. Maybe you need just a couple steps. Maybe you're going to build it up gently from here, just taking that back foot up. If it's feeling okay, add the extension through the top arm, the back foot. Do what you can to breathe. And then we'll learn the other part on our next few flows. That's all we're going to do for now. From half moon, hands come down. Take a dive over your front shin for a breath. Set both feet side by side. Go for a full sun salutation up to the top. Surya Namaskara. Exhale. We dive back down. Good. Lengthen. Pull your navel in and up. Plant your hands. Step, hop, walk, or float to Chaturanga and through to up dog. Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Let's go right to the left foot, stepping through. Inhale. Arms come all the way up. Exhale. Hands sweep back. Hold there for a moment. Drop that back heel down. Placement here. Front heel lines mostly up with the arch of your back foot. That's a good warrior two stance. It's going to help you get where you need to be, opening up from the inner hips and thighs as you take it to the side. Good. From your warrior two, stretch up and over, find your side angle. This is modified. Elbow on the knee, and it's not because I'm a weakling, it's because it's going to help me open my chest more today, and that's what I'm looking for. If you want to go deeper and you know that you're not going to collapse, you can reach for the ground. That's no problem. Strong feet help you back up. On your inhale, reverse. Press through those feet to straight legs and keep reaching all the way back, reverse triangle. Low belly pulls in tight. 2, 1. Back to side angle, right? And then take it slow on this first one. Think about how you're gonna lift, get your balance here, then open up and stack. Gaze is the last thing to move. It moves out and open to the right or up to your fingertips. 3, 2, hands dive, standing split happens on 1, fold in. And feet side by side. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Reverse and rise. Take it up to stand. Hands through heart center, fold back down. Good. Half lift here. Move it through, high to low, or option to just step it back to down dog or plank. I'm going to take that option this time, so you're welcome to do that with me. And then one more time, drop to your knees. Sit back on your heels here. Find that little toe crunch. Arms come up and over. Grab an elbow, a wrist, something that feels good and stretch. Down through your side body. Find a way to open up your shoulders a bit. Take it through the middle, other side. Back to center. Hands around behind, lock it up, lift up, go for that camel stretch. You can untuck your toes anytime there. And exhale, fold. Come forward, put your chest down. Take it all the way into that shoulder stretch, rabbit pose or child's pose, and then just relax for a moment. Let your arms come to your sides and just relax your whole body. Breathe in your child's pose for a second. I'm going to have you guys just stay right there and rest for about a minute. Good. Find your breath. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna plug in here because my phone is telling me it's running out of juice. All right, that'll do, more or less. Turn myself to the side here. Keep breathing, we're gonna come up and finish this thing off strong. All right, there we are. Slightly new camera angle for this second half, but it's the best I can do. It's all the further the cord will reach from the wall. So, we left off in this child's pose. We're gonna come back up, inhale through to find your downward facing dog, and exhale, hips up high. Good, looking up and in at your navel there. Relax the back of your neck. Okay, let's finish. I promised you 3 times through, and so 3 times we'll get. We're gonna start from here. Right leg up nice and high. Give yourself a breath and swing it through right to warrior 2. Drop the foot, open up. There's that strong warrior stance. Sinking in. On the exhalation right away, go for your side angle pose. Reach up. We'll see this posture twice. Remember, inhale up and back, reverse triangle, strong arms, strong legs, strong feet. Exhale again through your side angle, and this time right into your half moon. Don't think right here. Think out there. Out to that half moon. Good. See how much you had to lift up to get there? Breathe, breathe, breathe. 2. Find your balance. And 1. Hands come down. We take that little forward fold. While we're in the forward fold, we'll sneak the left leg behind. You can look forward if you need to see this. I'm just going to curtsy it all the way down to the ground and take a seat. Come around with your left elbow. Hook around your knee. Sit tall. 3 exhales. Twisting deeper each breath out. And 1. Take a little counter twist to the other side. Face off to the front. Right leg. I'm going to pick it up and unwind it. Send it all the way behind, and as I press into the hands and lift, left knee slides across. Here's my position for pigeon, right? Got my shin swung across the mat. Come on down. Stretch in your pigeon pose. Again, not forever. Just for a few deep exhales, probably 5 or 6 cycles of breath here. And the magic of this flow is that on the next breath in, and you're going to hit this pose 3 times, so don't worry, you'll get back here again. Hands come up to press, tuck your back toes, and then you'll just swing. Left leg up high behind you, you're ready to go on the left side. Bend that knee, open the hip if you did on the first round, and step through on your next exhale. Back heel comes down, here's your warrior 2. Open it up. Deeper on your exhale, side angle, flow right into it. Parsva Konasana. Inhale, ride the breath up and back. Straighten the arms and the legs, reverse triangle pose. Left side body gets long. Here comes half moon via side angle, right? We use side angle to lift. Open up and breathe. Hands come down, take a little dive. Over the left shin. While you're there, you're going to sweep that right leg behind and sit down. Here we are. Scooching around a tad to get comfortable, we'll take the twist to the left. Right elbow hooks or hugs the knee. Big breath in. Rotate around. 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick little counter twist to the other side. All right, flow with me twice. This is going to bring us right to the end of class. Unwind. Left leg goes around behind. Prop up that right side into pigeon. Take it down into your fold, and we'll stay for 5. After this, we're moving 1 breath, 1 movement. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it to the hands. Walk them in. Back toes tuck. Right leg goes high behind you. Inhale. 1 breath. Exhale. Step through. Spin the back heel. Full breath, inhale, round to find your warrior two. First side angle on the breath out right there. Up and back, inhale, reverse. Exhale, half moon. One smooth movement now that you got the hang of it. Hold on the inhale. Close the pose on the exhale, fold toward the right shin. Deep breath in as you look out, cross the leg behind and take a seat. Exhale, come around, find your first twist. Do it one more time. Lengthen, sit tall. Exhale, twist deep. Around to the front, little counter twist to the opposite side. That's a full exhale as well. Untangle. Right leg swings around. You got to do a little bit of creative mat moving here. You just kind of slide around on your mat to find it. One breath in pigeon, one fold down. Tuck the toes, press into the hands. As you rise, left leg goes back, three-legged dog. Take a moment to stretch. Step through, warrior two. It just keeps going. All the way in on the breath out, you move right to your side angle. Inhale, reverse. Back through side angle and right into half moon. Lift up. Close the pose, take a dive over your left shin. Square the hips and swing. Right leg behind, take a seat. Exhale, hook your elbow. One more time, full breath. Rotate deeper. Around on the inhale. Counter twist on the exhalation. We're going one more time. Yes, you can. Swing your left leg behind, prop your right knee into pigeon, lift your heart. Think about these deep inner hip flexors. Give them a stretch. And fold. Final time through. Here it comes. Press into your hands. Left toes tuck. Right leg goes up. Bend your knee. Maybe flip your dog. What a nice transition that is, right? Flip dogs, bring it around. Warrior two, step it through. Back heel drops. Smooth out your movements. Make it mindful. Make it graceful. Side angle. If you've been waiting to sneak a little bind into this, go for it. You can skip the reverse triangle and just stay and work on your binding for a minute. If you're coming with me, we'll reverse. Give ourselves just a tad bit of momentum. The rest is coming from core strength as you open up, half moon again. I love a good 10 half moons in a pose or in a practice, right? Something about it. This posture needs some attention and repetition every now and again. I'm going to sneak down into that twist again. Rotate around, hook the elbow. If you want to work that twist, take a few exhales. If you want to go a little deeper here, you can lift your butt up. I'm going to keep hooking that left elbow right there under my knee. I'm going to bring my right hand around to help as well. And then I'm going to bend the elbows and see if I can maybe pick that twist up and make it into an arm balance for a breath or two. Just something to think about. Make a softer landing than I did. And then release. Take it around. Unwind. We're almost there. We're going to send that leg behind. Prop it up. One full breath cycle in that pigeon. Finish strong. Here we go. Press through the hands. Left leg goes up. Bend your knee. You might flip that baby right over if you want to. Ta-da! Take it back around. Through to warrior two. Back heel. Set it down first. Then you're steady. Nothing's moving in your lower body here. From warrior two, it stays the same through side angle. You can stay there, work on some binding elements if you want, or you can come with me and reverse for a moment. Then we'll go for our final half moon of the practice. Here it is. A appreciate that last one. Let it feel really good. Don't try so hard. Soften up. Relax wherever possible, even if it means you fall out of the pose. Nobody gives a shit, I promise you. Certainly not me. Hands come down. There's your exhale over your left shin. Perfect time to sweep that right leg behind and take it on down. Right. Making your twist, find somewhere to hold on to. If your elbow hooks and you want to work that arm balance on this side, you can. It's not required by any means. All I did was hook this, I shouldn't say all I did. What I did was hook this elbow under. I'll turn toward you a little bit. Butt has to lift and this connection has to stay. Elbow can't go slipping out from underneath of there. It has to stay. Then you lift up. Maybe the left elbow comes to the hip and that'll give you some stability, or you can do it all on your right arm as well. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Just laugh it off, take a counter twist, and this time, as you unwind, you'll find your very last pigeon here on the right. Sink in, slow the breathing all the way down. Lots of excitement there for a few moments. Now we're just gonna slow it back down. We're gonna end this practice really simply here. Good, pressing up, and instead of going to that three-legged dog, take it to high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down with me for the count of 5. 4, 3, 2, we're all the way down on the ground. On 1, inhale, press into your hands, lift your chest, and then walk your hands forward a couple steps so that you're just getting a nice deep low back. It's kind of king cobra, lazy up dog, whatever you want to call this. Your belly's still on the ground, as are your hips and your legs, and you just slowly maybe walk the hands a little closer. You can twist your upper body and bring that stretch further down into your lats. Bringing the back through center one more time. Exhale, lower left forearm comes around to the front. Right knee bends, grab a hold of your right foot or ankle if it's grabbable. Drop your forehead down on your forearm and just stretch your right quads. Relax your glutes so that you can actually access your quads. And release. Switch forearms. Find your left ankle or the top of your foot and relax. Again, don't clench up your butt here. You really do want to try to let the back side of the body soften up. I'm really focusing now on just slowing the breathing all the way back down. And then release. We're going to take a little Crocodile Shavasana here. So that just means stack up the forearms now. Completely pigeon toe your feet and let your heels flop open so big toes come together. There should be no tension in your low back. And then rest your forehead and the bridge of your nose right there on your forearm wrist crease so that you've got just a soft little compression on that third eye center right above your eyebrows. easy, natural rhythm of the breath comes back slowly. All right, so listen, this is where you can just stay, and please do stay a little bit longer. If you decide, you know what, I want to flip over onto my back and do a little spinal twist and a bridge pose and a happy baby, and then I want to relax more in a classic Shavasana on my back, that'd be a great plan too. If you don't have time for that, give yourself at least 10 more breaths right here. Just continue to relax and give the mind and body time to absorb your practice. I'm just going to say thank you at this point. Continue on with whatever you would like, and I will see you guys back on Monday. I did put a bonus, or I will put a bonus class up. It'll post along with this one on the YouTube. It's just a little workout thing that you can do anytime you need like a slight butt kicking. It'll be there for you. Thank you as always. I'll see you soon. Namaste. Bye.